Hello YouTube, this is the TS-453mini exploration series, and today we are going to have a look at the Virtualisation Station. To install the Virtualisation Station, you'll need to go onto the App Center and then click on QTS Essentials, and you'll find it at the bottom left hand side here under Virtualisation Station, and simply install it. Now, I've already gone ahead and installed this one to save some time for the video. So here is the QNAP Virtualisation Station. As its name implies, it allows you to create a virtual machine. Now, I discovered a little bit of a glitch with this version of the software when I installed it, that I could only create one machine, and trying to create another machine caused an error. However, you can see two here, and I'll explain the way around it. So to create your first machine, simply click on Create VM. You're given a set of default options. You can create your own templates if you like, or you can create a custom VM from here. Now, depending on what you're going to be doing with this machine, for example, if you're going to run a server, I would suggest using more cores and more memory. However, this will degrade the performance of your QNAP as you're using all four of your cores in order to run the machine. So, as a happy compromise, you're probably better off sticking to a medium-sized virtual machine at 2 cores, 2 gig of memory, and an 80 gig hard drive. So just for demonstration, I'm going to click on the small one so I can show you this process. So give your virtual machine a name. I'm going to call it Test. We'll give it a Linux flavor, and I have a couple of different versions of Linux, so I'm going to use Linux 11 as a template. I'm going to call it Test. That's my BNC password. This allows me to view it through a console. I'll choose my operating system now. I have a OS of Linux for Ubuntu and Linux. Where's Linux? Ubuntu 11. Oh, I chose Linux, didn't I? Yeah, sorry. Linux 14. So perhaps I'll change that. So look, Linux 14, there we go. And that's it. So I have my ISO, I have my VNC password, the OS type, everything else is set. Click on Create. Now you think, it's working perfectly. It's not. I've tried this several ways. I think there is a glitch, and I wasn't able to find any information for it at the moment there about this error. So I can only assume it's not been reported yet. So I shall leave that feedback with QNAP later. But there is a way around it. So we click on Cancel. We go to our very first machine, or one of our machines that we've already created or cloned. We click on it. We get to the overview of the virtual machine's settings, and we simply click Clone. Once we've cloned the machine, we can go back onto it and then change the image that's in the drawer, or the virtual CD drawer, and that allows us to install a different operating system, which is how I've done this one. So I'm going to show you Windows 7 installation. So I have this set up now. I'll just show you the settings. So I've got it set to 2 gig of RAM, which we all know is 2048 megabytes. We've got the hard drive as the first boot drive, and then CD-ROM or virtual CD-ROM second device, Ethernet adapter, all the other settings. You can extend this if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to click Cancel to come back out of it. But as you can see, bog standard machine ready to go. So click on Start. This powers on your virtual machine. It takes a few seconds to initialize. And that's it, the machine's powered on. So straight away you can see that it tells you what the CPU usage is, how much memory out of the 2 gig it's been allowed is being used, and other information. So, but you can't actually see what's on the machine. To do that, you need to click on the console. Now if you hover the mouse over the console, you'll actually already see what's happening. But if you click it again and then connect, it opens a full screen which allows you to interact. So TEST, so test. Actually, you can see this one, I cloned it as Windows 7, but I've changed the CD, so it's actually loading Ubuntu. Let's see what happens. There we have it. Ubuntu is loading. And this is exactly as it would look if you install this on a physical machine. Anything you can do on a physical machine, you can do on a virtual machine, with a few limitations. But this means you could run servers, you could run proxies, you can run print servers. Anything you could run on a virtual machine, any other type of PC can be run on a virtual machine almost. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to actually go ahead and install this at the moment. This is just to show you exactly what you'd need to do. It's not really for the novice user. You really need to know what you're doing, but with a little bit of help from YouTube, some tutorials, most people would be able to set up, configure and install a virtual machine. I say this is the QNAP TS-453mini and Virtualisation Station. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with everyone you know.